best speech competition, Abuja Tech Converge 2025, Eutopia. And to help us present the award, we'd like to invite...
Hello and welcome to Gifts and Wraps, where we showcase Africa's tech innovations and businesses. Today we'll be looking at a business pitch by a Nigerian young girl who intends to transform the health sector with her medtech. Do let us know what you think about her innovation in the comment section. Thank you.
That was the last thing I remembered before waking up in the hospital. My name is Ogunlanotosi and I'm the founder of Eutopia Tech. Every Nigerian parent's greatest fear is not school fees, not hunger, but that phone call, that call that says your child has been in an accident. And in that moment, time stops. But in Nigeria, hospitals wait 30 minutes for a blood test. Even when they know you have 4 seconds to leave, they rather wait. Not because they are athletes, but because they can't guess your blood type. Neither can they lose their licenses. This is not theory, this is reality. In my time working in the lab, I saw it every single week, unidentified bodies, coppers, dead. Not because help was impossible, but because no one knew who they were and their medical records could not be accessed fast enough. In Nigeria today, we have over 13,000 families still searching for their loved ones. But let's be for real, how many of them are really missing? How many are gone? And I'm sure we have identity system in Nigeria, but how many of you know your NIN number often? Or can the dead person tell you their NIN number? Which is why we have parents pasting posters, hoping, praying for their children to come back home. Normally those children are already dead and going in another city and tagged as unknown. Which is why we built Eutopia ID, a solar-powered medical bracelet that stores your medical record and allows any hospital in Nigeria have access to your medical record in 1 second. I will went a step further. If you're in an emergency, your pocket is scared to remember your passcode, or your phone is even smashed, then how do you reach out for help when you can't even reach your phone, your voice? Which is why we built a voice-activated SOS, the first of its kind in Africa. So in case a girl is ever being followed or trailed, she can say her own unique catchphrase, something like, I love jollof rice. And to the perpetrators, it sounds like rubbish, but to others, like her own Morse code. And it sends a location to her loved one, also calls them, and they're able to hear what is going on around her, even without internet or a phone on her. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how does this technology work? Thank you for that, how. The medical records work with an NFC chip. It has a 10-year lifespan, so it doesn't ever require charging. It stores enough medical record, enough to save your life in an emergency. Something like your blood type, the medication you are on. Like for instance, now we have some people brought into the hospital, and you're not supposed to give them that same first aid you will give every normal person, like diabetic patients. When you do that, they enter into shock and some of them die. And those are some of the things that they consider in hospitals, which is one of the things we are solving with this. They're able to get access to your medical records and save you in 1 second as against waiting 30 minutes for each of these tests. And also for the voice-activated SOS, we actually use a tiny, low-power microphone that is connected to a wake word detector. It doesn't record your conversation, it literally listens for that key phrase. And when it does that, it does exactly what I said it does, which is send your location to your loved one. Even the Apple Watch needs a phone and internet to work. Now over to our business model. We make money through bracelet sales. We sell the bracelet direct to consumers. But the biggest source that we have here is to schools, institutions. Now for these schools, they don't have to add extra money for parents. They automatically add it to the tuition fee of the school, of the students. And parents automatically just pay for this, meaning that one school year gives us 500 to 1,000 users overnight. We also make money through institutions like HMOs that want faster treatments, fewer claims, and more profits. We make money from CSR and partnerships. That's for big brands that want to give back to the society, which is by selling the silicone version of this bracelet. We also have the subscription model, that is for our dashboard, to schools, parents, and hospitals. We also make commissions from labs that we onboard. Remember, when we are dealing with these medical records, and most medical records are gotten from labs, meaning that for this, it is a recurring revenue, not a one-time thing. Now over to our attraction. Eutopia is not just cho-cho-cho, we've done workings. Now we've gotten 5 schools onboarded already. We've signed MOU with them. We have one HMO that we've already signed an MOU with. We have 1,500 parents on our wait list, and we've made 11 million naira in our revenue. This next. Now over to our revenue and growth plan. It's a simple strategy and it is very, very effective. We're looking at partnering with NAPS. Now, NAPS is like the National Association of Private Primary and Secondary Schools. They have 45,000 schools registered under them. So 1% of them, if you run the numbers, we are talking a lot of figures. And we also are looking at partnering with NYSC. So they take the silicon version and put it in the NYSC kits. I mean, they already give Turkey already. And NYSC companies are the most mobile and also the most vulnerable. Yeah. So I just, before I leave the stage, I'd just like to say something. Judges, this is not an innovation, this is an answered prayer. And I know that others may have built solutions for convenience, but this is solution for life and death. And I'm urging every single one of you here to please invest in this mission to make sure no mother ever dies unknown and no mother ever waits for a child and is already buried and dead in that city. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful presentation. I think quick questions I've layered into three. I wonder, how do you handle data privacy and security? I think you're silent on that. I mean, this is very fantastic.
Okay.
I'm looking at scenarios where, I mean, the armband, falls, it was perhaps off the user, right?
Can you play the video?
Okay.
The kind of bracelet you are making is supposed to look like a normal jewelry, not your usual thing. So because of the safety feature, it's supposed to not be recognizable from afar that this thing can save someone's life. And also the bracelet is not just a bracelet, it is screwed into your hand. So the person has to get the exact screw that you used to screw it to be able to remove it from your hand. And it's made of steel, so it doesn't fall off in an emergency.
Okay,
that's
right.
number one.
Right,
Then for the data privacy, we literally just thought very, very important things that can save your life just on the NFC. Things like your blood type, things like the medications you are on. For instance, you're on insulin and you're a diabetic patient, so they don't give you a first aid that will kill you instead of save you. Things like your emergency contacts, and automatically when you tap the bracelet on the emergency contact, even if the hospital are the most lackadaisical people there, it automatically sends a message to your emergency contact that Olariwaju Tosio is in Babalada Hospital. Automatically, that's what we did from our back end. Now for data privacy, for more sensitive data about your history, it's literally on our cloud, and hospitals are the only ones that have access to that through a unique passcode. Even you, the user, you can only read it. You cannot, edit it, because we know how sensitive medical records are. Okay, so the only people editing.
Okay, thanks. Just quick feedback on that. I mean, when you say data privacy can only be read by hospitals, that will simply require that even the hospitals have to connect, or you have to onboard hospitals.
Okay.
Hold on. So I think just two questions to maybe speak to that. What's your current burn rate? Right. I'm looking at your presentation. I don't see the ask. Right. I see you mentioned you have about 11 million naira in revenue, and I wonder how you got it. So what's your burn rate? What are you spending on today? And then what are you looking to? What is the ask really?
Okay. Because of the time limit, that was why we intentionally tailored the pitch deck to be something I can say in between the 5 minutes. Right now, the ask, according to the flyer, is 1 million upward. So we are asking for a million naira right here. But if we could get more funding, we are asking for 10 million naira at the moment. Now, for the bonds and how we've got our revenue, we have a prototype and we have like a version 1. That's for the NFC medical record, which we took to a school, and the school decided to, give us the money for that. That was how we got the revenue for the 11 million. And I think, what other question did you ask? Sorry.
When I talked about energy, I'm sure you guys would have seen the energy, right? Yes. Energy, she gave us a lot. And this is what we were looking for. So well done, well done, well done. I think you guys did something really fantastic. And what really stood out for me was the fact that you tried to solve a local problem. You didn't take a problem that isn't unique to us. You looked at the challenges that we're going through. You looked at it very closely and you profile a solution for us. Yeah. And this is beyond one solution. I see you giving us two solutions at the same time. It's solving security issue and it's also solving health
emergency.
Thank you. I mean, that's so much. And I think it's something you could ride upon to build a very big venture. I'd just love to just give you one or two comments on how you could improve. One is, like my colleague said, he said we didn't see some details in your pitch deck, and your response to that was time. We don't expect that going forward, because I believe you will be speaking on global platforms that will give you opportunities, and you will be able to ask them. And these investors, they understand whether you know it or not. And that response didn't really sit well to me. I expect that your pitch deck should cover up all the elements that are required, including your team formation. Team formation is very
Our team
important.
formation is on the pitch deck, ma.
Okay.
It was the first page.
Okay, but we didn't see the pictures of and the designation or the portfolio of your team because it's just you standing here. Maybe I missed it. But the point I'm just trying to make is just ensure that you close any loop or any angle that would, spur any question or not make people understand stuff. Aside from that, fantastic idea, fantastic solution.
Thank you, ma.
So, I like the energy.
Thank you so much.
Few questions though. How do you source for your bracelets?
How do we?
How do you source for your bracelets? The bracelets.
Okay, we use Chinese manufacturers.
Chinese manufacturer. Now,
Yes.
so just run me through from the bracelets to the changing into wearables where you can store data. Did you build the software?
Yeah, we did our software ourselves, yeah.
Locally,
Yeah, so the only thing we just did, just like Apple and any other wearable brand, is to source the body, literally. So we embedded our own software in the bracelet, in the wearable.
Okay, brilliant.
Yes, sir.
And what does it cost? What's the unit cost? I know I'm training you.
Okay,
Unit cost. Just give me a range, don't give me.
yeah, the silicon version is 5,000 naira. That's for the NFC medical records only. It doesn't have the voice activation feature. Now we have for what's the other feature? For this, the one that
That's
looks more.
how much you sell it, or that's how much you got it from China.
No, that's how much we sell it.
Okay.
Yes. So then for the refined one that looks like the steel version, we have two versions. The one that has only NFC and the one that has the voice activation. The NFC own is 15 and the other one is 45.
So in all of this product, which one sells the most?
Right now we are actually trying to sell only version 1 just because which is the 15,000 own.
Okay.
Solely because it has the largest profit margin. And also because we want to sell second version, like the way Apple used to do.
So did you had, I don't know if recently I read in the news on one of this, I think it was one of these global tech platform where actually also a Nigerian lady invented, or she came up with a wearables where like a leg chain.
Okay.
And the idea here is that most wearables you wear it in your hand, but when you are measuring step, the best way to measure step is actually not with your hand, it's actually your leg. Do you have plan for something like leg chain or something?
Yeah, actually.
Because I actually see a reason in that, and I think that beyond just storing information, you need to create a hype around it.
Yeah.
And one of the best ways to create a hype around it, and the major reason why people wear wearables is actually because of the fact that I want to count my step.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
Is there something like that?
Yeah, we actually have plans of bringing that on, just because right now there are loads of those ones in the market, and we're trying to give ourselves a name, like a face, and let them know us that this is what we do. And then when we had that, obviously people that are already supporting from this would definitely get that. So that's what we plan on doing. That's why we didn't put it in this one, just so when you see us, you are thinking, oh, these people help you store your medical records, and they have this unique catchphrase. That's just
Okay, so
like it.
two more questions. I know, yeah, two more. I'll just wrap it up.
Thank you.
Your SOS, right?
Yes,
Who does it send it to?
It sends to your emergency contact that you already put on the.
And what does it send? Is there location, or what does it send?
It sends your location. It calls them, and they are also able to hear what is going on around you.
Okay.
Yes,
You said
sir.
you need 1 million naira. Why?
What did you say?
You said you need 1 million naira. Why?
I said no. It's because they say it's 1 million. There is this event. If not,
So what does 1 million gives?
what does 1 million do for us?
No. If I give 1 million naira now, what will you give me?
What will I give you? Thank you, sir.
So you want me to give you 1 million naira for thank you, sir?
It's grand too.
He means that if you invest 1 million naira, what does he stand to gain investing 1 million naira?
And right now, investment we take from 10 million upwards.
So if I give you 10 million naira now,
10 million naira.
What are you giving? You've not thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, we've not talked about it. I won't even lie, because we've not really been looking at equity.
So very important, right? When you're going for a pitch, you have a value in mind and equity that you want to give out. There is nobody that will give you money for, thank you, sir. I'm not Trevor. Trevor has money, right? But there's no money. There's nobody that wants to say, okay, you know, I'm going to invest, because there should be an ask. Oh, I'm asking for 10 million there. I'm asking for $10,000 for this equity, right? And I think that's the only thing that you spoiled. But nice one.
Thank you so much.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Eutopia. What a very fantastic presentation. Now, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Safe Gig.
What do you think about this amazing innovation? Drop your comment on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.